The point of everything that I was saying was that Josh was saying that he didn't know if their chemistry didn't work, and that's where this conversation it stems from. So now
I don't think there's chemistry, and I blame Ben for that.
But this is the problem. You just brought in another team cancer.
Yeah, you brought in
Jimmy's a team cancer.
You know why I disagree with that? Jimmy's a team cancer when you got holes on your basketball team. There was holes on the Bulls, and there was holes on the Wolves.
Yeah. Ben Simmons is
There's
not.
No holes.
Ben Simmons gonna tell Jimmy to get out of my face.
First of all, I don't know about that because Kyle Lowry still pushing on
I can actually see Ben Simmons.
If Kyle Lowry's getting active when he ran, we already know how soft Kyle Lowry is.
Active. Come on,
man. Look.
You think Kyle Lowry gonna steal on Ben Simmons?
This man need a mental break in the Eastern Conference.
You think Kyle Lowry gonna steal on Ben Simmons? Hell no.
He wanted that smoke.
Come on, bro.
Ben Simmons is from.
Lowry might have stole on Ben Simmons. Lowry
definitely might have stole.
Hey, Lowry from Philly.
Yeah. Lowry might have stole off Ben.
Yeah.
Look, your man to hold you back.
The only person I don't think anybody on the Sixers will swing on Jimmy, but the Dream Chasers will put a gun in Jimmy's face. So that's who Jimmy got to worry about. The Dream Chasers. That's who he's worried about. But I like the trade for them because I feel like Jimmy.
So what's their starting lineup?
The biggest issue, I don't know. I'm not too familiar with the Sixers roster like that. I'm not even gonna lie.
Okay.
But I think the biggest thing with Jimmy with the Wolves wasn't even Cat and Wiggins. It was a money thing. He was mad that Wiggins got the money that he wanted to get. And so Woj tweeted this morning that they think they're going to come to a long-term deal. People don't remember, he was flirting with Philly when he was a restricted agent with the Bulls. So he's been eyeing himself on Philly. As long as you a dog, Jimmy's kind of like Kobe, and this only time you ever gonna hear me compare them is if you work hard, he gonna mess with you. Embiid works hard. I don't know about Ben Simmons. He's going to destroy.
You can't say Ben Simmons don't work hard.
In my opinion, he don't. But
it's just his
14, 8, and 9.
You can do like his temperament.
He's 22.
Look.
He's just a calm dude.
Yeah.
You know what? No. You got Showtime. You got Showtime on your Showtime package. Have you watched Ben Simmons' documentary about
like the one he done? He's a prima donna.
No, but you also see his temperament.
Jimmy's a prima donna.
Yeah, but Jimmy will work hard every game.
And Joel Embiid is a prima donna.
Joel will work hard every game.
Yes, but none of them are better than Ben Simmons. None of them are better than Ben Simmons. Period. None of them. None of those dudes. Joel Embiid or Jimmy Butler, even right now, to me, are better than Ben Simmons.
I disagree with you.
They not better than Ben Simmons.
I feel like Ben Simmons has better.
He's just young, and Joel Embiid was chosen to be the franchise, and you always gonna go with a big guy as your franchise versus the guy that's a rookie point guard, and that's basically what he is, a rookie point guard.
Talent.
No,
but I think the Embiid is a better player.
No, he's not.
But my overall point is this: I feel like Jimmy's going to help because it immediately puts them into that race with Toronto, with Boston. And I don't feel like without him, they were really a real figure. So when you need somebody to go out there and get you a bucket when games are line, that's the biggest issue we saw in the Boston series. And even in the Miami series, went a little longer than it's supposed to because they couldn't have nobody go get you a bucket. Until Ben Simmons gets something that you can respect 10 feet out, they're not even going to be worried about him in the fourth quarter until he can learn to affect the game without the ball, kind of like what LeBron does sometimes.
Yeah, but honestly, that's fine because that's what Jimmy's for.
And that's what I'm saying. Jimmy's going to do that. Jimmy will get you a bucket. That's all I'm saying. So as long as people work hard, Jimmy's not going to be a problem. But if Jimmy feels like I was drafted at 30 and y'all got way more talent than me and I'm outworking y'all, that's what the issue is. Then you have an issue. But if Jimmy gets his money, he gonna be cool.
No, I just think it's some guys that Jimmy just doesn't vibe with, just like, again, because of his story. So it's like some certain personalities I don't think he meshes well with. Like, I don't think he even like Wiggins. I don't think
Jimmy
Wiggins
remind me of me. I don't like
look,
for real. Jimmy remind me of me. I work to get where I'm at, so I don't fuck with you if you're not working hard.
Thomas like, if you don't work hard, I'm not with you.
I don't with you if you don't work hard.
Exactly. And so even me, I'm a fan with people like I feel like sometimes as me, I think, why this person is doing that? I'm not going to mess with you just off the rip. And somebody who's talented and don't work hard, that blows me to no end. So Jimmy probably understands that. And I don't think he's gonna have a problem with that with Embiid. I think Embiid and Jimmy are gonna work a lot.
But
he might kill folks.
Now, this is my only problem with this. I worry about a faction in the locker room.
Yeah, me too.
I really worry about, especially talking about how splintered that Minnesota Timberwolves locker room was. If Joel Embiid already doesn't like Ben Simmons for whatever reason, even if it's because he deems it to be a work ethic issue, then immediately you already know Jimmy and Embiid are going to create their own little faction, and then Ben Simmons going to be isolated on that side, and then Ben Simmons going to request a trade out of Philadelphia.
But I think what happened. I think they got. I like Brett Brown, but I think they need to get a better coach who can control that. Because there's been beefs on every team. Shaq and Kobe came to blows.
Yo, our neighbor's going. My neighbor's going in right now. Shaq and Kobe came to blow. I'm not comparing them to them. Shaq and Kobe are different planets.
Yeah, but you know what the issue is?
Let's not be disrespectful.
Yeah. But look, even like think about what you said. Ultimately, it broke up.
After they won 3 NBA championships.
But these guys ain't even nowhere. God damn it, these guys ain't nowhere near close.
And look.
That's what I'm saying. You need a coach because it didn't work with Penny and Shaq.
Yeah, but who was that coach? Everybody always say they need a coach. Who was the coach? It ain't nobody available. Actually, you know what? Jeff Van Gundy might be a good
Jeff Van Gundy's never leaving the coach.
Real quick.
He probably will be great, but Jeff Van Gundy's not leaving.
He flirts with it everywhere. He flirts with it every year, though.
Real quick.
I gotta go clean
with the way the media is today, I think like a lot of situations work because again we didn't have social media and like things like that. I promise you, with the way Shaq and Kobe hated each other, I really don't think that would have worked. I don't think they would have got the chance to win these championships in this era.
Yeah, because Kobe would have
got traded in like 99.
It's not even that. It's not even that. Kobe was leaking. Jim Gray, Kobe would just be tweeting it now.
Shaq.
Actually, even the thing with the faction that I'm talking about potentially forming in the locker room, I'm gonna worry about what Joel Embiid might be tweeting or what Jimmy Butler might be posting on Instagram if it gets to a point where with Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons. So yes, you're right. They do need somebody to come in and fix that.
I think Twitter has a big deal. I think social media in general has a big deal. But I feel like if you got a foundation there where you can tell these dudes like, yo, you ain't gotta like each other, but you can still win a championship. People always hate each other. People act like Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan, the greatest fan. Scottie, I'm not disagreeing with that. It can be a different era, and you still don't have to like somebody, but you can get the job done.
But also, look, again, this is the same reason why Scottie Pippen gets like disrespected so much. He don't even think the man is a superstar.
He's not a superstar. He wasn't a superstar. See Scottie Pippen right here. I'm gonna tell him to his face he wasn't no superstar.
Listen.
Get out of here. Get out of here. This man Mike retired, and this man didn't even get up to 25 a game. Stop that.
Hold on, but look,
trash.
But look, Scottie isn't a scorer like that. Scottie's a all-around player. So again, certain things that like imagine if Scottie Pippen could have led the league in touches. Just like imagine every year.
Michael Jordan he retired. He should have led the league in touches.
Oh, wait, look. He might have, but then Mike comes back. Like imagine if Scottie Pippen could have played like that. Like think about it. He almost won MVP that year. Yeah, imagine if he could have played like that every single year. And again,
he probably would have been.
Exactly. Yeah. And look again. Obviously, you grow comfortable in that role. He did that for 1 year. So again, like I think that we have a situation in Philly in which these two guys are so great they can't play together no more.
I agree with that, but at the same time,
eventually,
if you're the Philly organization, you have to make this deal.
It depends. If you get to the finals this year, I think that cures everything. So because even if they lose this year, then what it shows all of them is like, look, we got to put our ego and our pride aside to win. And I really just think that's just what it boils down to, because last year they fell short in such a weird way because Ben Simmons, he's not the offensive. He didn't come in.
He can't score.
He didn't come in offensively polished. He came in able to have vision and be able to pass, but he didn't come in with a real offensive game. And as Coach Nick said, he still believes Ben Simmons is shooting with the wrong hand. He said Ben Simmons' father literally gave him the ball. Was like, you gonna shoot left-handed from now on. But he's a natural right.
He can get to the point where he can affect the game without scoring.
No, but with Jimmy, I think Jimmy makes that prime for him, because I think in Minnesota what you had was a situation where all of the people that were trying to control the ball or that would be controlling the ball are all scorers. So they're not thinking about getting other people's shots. Wiggins, when Wiggins get the ball, isn't thinking about making a play for other people. Cat, when he gets the ball, isn't thinking about making a play for other people. Jimmy, when he gets the ball, isn't thinking about making a play for other people. All Ben Simmons wants to do is not make a play for himself and make plays for other people.
With Jimmy and Embiid, he just
needs the ball in his hands enough to be able to pass people open, and he can't do that because Embiid wants to be more of like a boogie where he wants to have his hands on the ball a lot. I think what Jimmy Butler has to put the onus on himself in doing the same thing that I said LeBron needs to do this year and that he didn't do, is go out and get better at catching and shooting the ball and trying to make other rhythm plays for other players. Because in Minnesota for the past 10 months, Jimmy ain't been hitting open threes and he has not been making plays and getting other people in rhythm.